Dear property selling professionals, it is great we can meet up again in our weekly Real Estate Selling Club's newsletter. Before speaking another word, may I introduce myself as Madam Sophia, the virtual assistant to CTM Joseph NG, your sales and marketing e-coach and e-mentor. Enough of my long intro, let us dive into this week's bulletin. Shall we? Thanks. Breaking news: Property Expo in Negeri. Sembilan to feature 12 developers. The Negeri Sembilan Malaysia Property Expo, MAPEX 2021, home ownership campaign is back after a 2-year hiatus with 2,383 units worth Rm 1.29 billion up for sale. 12 developers will take part in the 3-day event to be held at Seremban Prima from November 19th. State Real Estate and Housing Developers Association Chairman Desmond Yap said apart from encouraging home ownership, the event was also being held to clear some of the unsold properties in the state. We also decided to hold it now as more than 95% of adult Malaysians have been vaccinated against COVID-19. We will strictly follow all standard operating procedures to ensure the well-being of our visitors, he said. He said various types of properties would be up for sale at MAPEX Negeri Sembilan. These include single, double, and 3-story terrace houses and semi-D units, single and double-story bungalows, bungalow lots, townhouses and apartments. Out of the 2,383 properties up for sale, double-story terrace houses are the MPST at 862, single-story terrace, 669, double-story semi-D, 283, single-story semi-D, 236, and apartments, 221. The properties are priced between Rm 75,000 and Rm 1.4 million each. The developers taking part in the exhibition are Sunrise MC Land, Primung Cake Development, RB Land, IJM Land, Matrix Concepts Holdings, Park Properties, Aspect Synergy, OSK Property, North Elegance Property, Summer, Harvest, Bidara Kamar, KT Lee, Realty Development, Sari Pajam Development and Burjasa Century Construction Management. Among the incentives offered by some of the developers are legal fee exemptions for sale and purchase and loan agreements, a year's free security and 5 maintenance fee, complimentary club subscription fee, 0% installment plan and a year's Unify service. The stamp duty will also be borne by the developer. Yap said there would also be 15 lucky draws for house buyers. The first prize winner will get RBM 3,000, second, RM 2,000, third to fifth, Rm 1,000 each, and 6th to 15th, Rm 5Q0 each. Source: The Star Papers, November 16, 2021. By the way, are you happy with this week's bulletin? I hope you do. As for myself, it is a very heartening news. You ask why? It is a golden opportunity for both buyers and sellers like yourself. It's a timely as the COVID-19 pandemic has abated. All of must then hit the iron while it's hot, so to speak. Anyhow, let's pray that a win-win outcome would be gotten for you and your future clients. Alright. P.S. Please give us a thumbs up. Also do subscribe to our channel so you would not miss out any of our practical and useful video clips. Alright. P.P.S. Before we part company, may I introduce Madam Florence, another virtual assistant to CTM Joseph. She will deliver a free chapter of the book, How to Close Every Sale and Every Time. Until we meet again, this is Madam Sophia wishing you goodbye and happy selling of ideal properties. Thanks a million.
Thank you, Madam Sophia, for allowing me to present a free chapter from the book, How to Close Every Sale and Every Time. By the way, before speaking another word, may I introduce myself to you as Madam Florence, another virtual assistant to CTM Joseph NG. He is the author of the book. Alright. Below is the free chapter. Chapter 14, the implied consent, close quote, and if we are comfortable with each other, you will agree with me that he is close to getting ready to buy. Your prospect may not be there, but he is close. At that point, implied consent can work. By Norman Levin in his book, The Anatomy of a Sale. At the start of this chapter, may I be bold enough to ask you this searching question. How many of you readers know what is implied consent, close? You may know the words, but you may not understand the significance. Implied consent, close works only if you have done the other steps in the selling process. If a prospect has said yes to your sales talk and that your benefit statement confirms with what the prospect has told you about his dreams and aspirations were similar to your presentation. Additionally, if you're comfortable with each other, it shows that he is close to getting ready to buy. Your prospect may not be there yet, but he is really close. At that point, implied consent can probably work. On the other hand, if you are selling to another buyer and have not done the groundwork, then if you try the implied consent, it probably won't work. So, again I repeat, don't use the implied consent at this stage, unless you have positioned yourself to do it. Most people don't like saying yes. If you doubt it, recall the last time you went out to buy a major purchase. Suppose you want to buy an expensive TV set or you want to buy a car. You walk into the showroom or wherever it is you want to buy, maybe you want to buy a major appliance only in that place. In your mind you already know you want to buy a refrigerator or washing machine or whatever it is. You were ready to buy and the salesman came over and said, "Do you like a particular model or are you just interested in any refrigerator?" I bet you didn't say yes. Well, you would probably say, "I don't know and I am thinking about it. I am looking around today. No, I won't make a decision but I thought I would look around and maybe talk to my wife or my husband about it when I get home." He or she would say anything but a yes. At this stage, most prospects' hearts by now are pounding a little faster. Their palms are beginning to sweat. They are getting nervous. This is the high and tough part of the interview as you are getting into the close. It's getting really tough. Keep your cool. Do not let him get you. It's a game going on. In your mind, you've got to win. You've got to sell. Moreover, in your mind, you got to believe that buyer will say yes. You got to get it into your guts to believe that the prospect has said yes. Actually, he didn't say yes, and you are not going to ask him. You are going to presume he is ready to buy. Take heart. Implied consent just means the prospect is going to buy. Now if you have sensed it that he is going to buy, then from this point onward, you will not say anything. Because if you say anything you can get yourself into trouble. By luck if he actually said yes, then you made a sale. But if a no, and he didn't say yes, then you still will pump more effort yourself. You think more, feel more and imply more until you get positive signals. So, if the signs are right, do start writing. Start setting up the paperwork. Ask for a check. Do something but don't say anything else because it is sold. Anything you say from that point on can solicit a new question or a new challenge. Get my drift? You bet. Next summary. At this juncture it is wise to remind ourselves the salient points of this chapter. For starters, do recall the words of Norman Levin in his book, The Anatomy of a Sale, then strive to thoroughly understand the significance of the implied consent clause. There is also a need that you must be comfortable with your prospect. This means you need to do the groundwork with your buyer. Also recall a time you went out to buy a major purchase. There is the experience that most prospects' hearts are pounding a little faster and undecided. Hence you still will pump yourself up for a favorable reaction from the buyer. When positive signs are right, do start writing the order at once. Easy to remember, you bet. Now we are almost at the end of the chapter. Here is an important paragraph. Conclusion. Therefore, to firmly wrap up this chapter, let the following words carve deeply into your mind. As said by Jack Kinder Jr. and others. They said, when you use the strategy of closing by assuming, you are taking for granted your prospect will buy. Let the prospect see and feel your undoubting attitude about his or her buying from you. In all honesty, I cannot agree more with Jack Kinder. In all my years of teaching and in my selling experiences personally, this type of closing is easy and workable. Be brave and try it for yourself. Really, it works. Jokes aside. That said, I shall end this chapter gracefully. Okay. Thanks a million. End of chapter 14. PS. If you like this chapter and the ebook, you can order this ebook by contacting CTM Joseph at josephsing@gmail.com or WhatsApp him at 601-2387-8592. This ebook is currently on offer at only $1 United States and 99 cents or RM for sales professionals like yourself. Book your order before it is too late. The offer is for a limited time only. Get it today. Okay.